Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're pulling back the velvet curtain on a film that captivated audiences with its dazzling performances, incredible style, and a plot so wild it could only be true. Or could it? We're talking about American Hustle, David O. Russell's star-studded dive into the murky world of 1970s con artists and corrupt politicians. You might think you've seen it all, from Christian Bale's elaborate comb-over to Jennifer Lawrence's unforgettable science oven monologue. But what if I told you that beneath the glitz and the glamour, there are secrets, shocking truths the filmmakers conveniently swept under the rug? Get ready, because these untold stories will make you look at American Hustle in a whole new light. Let's start with the foundation. American Hustle isn't just a fun fictional romp. It's intricately woven around a genuine high-stakes FBI sting operation known as Abscam, which ran from 1978 to 1980. The core premise is true. The FBI, operating undercover, did indeed set up a fake company to expose bribery among U.S. congressmen and other public officials. But here's where the shocking secret comes in. The movie, for all its audaciousness, significantly softened the reality. The real Abscam was even more dramatic, more chaotic, and frankly, more unbelievable than what you saw on screen. The film took liberties, changed names, and streamlined events to fit a cinematic narrative. Can you imagine the raw, unedited footage of real congressmen taking bribes?
What does that mean?
It's enough to make your jaw drop. The truth, as they say, is often stranger than fiction. And in this case, the truth behind American Hustle was downright mind-blowing. So, the operation was real. But what about the individuals caught in its web? While the film depicts corrupt congressmen, senators, and a mayor, it's crucial to understand that these characters were highly fictionalized versions of the real people involved in Abscam. Why such a careful distinction? Simple. Legal protection. The real politicians who were snared in the ABS-CAM net faced genuine charges and served time. To avoid a barrage of lawsuits and protracted legal battles, the filmmakers created composite characters, drawing inspiration from the actual figures, but modifying their names, backstories, and specific actions.
I hear you.
So, when you watch those tense scenes of politicians being implicated, remember you're seeing skillfully crafted images designed to tell a powerful story without directly pointing fingers at living individuals. It's a clever way to tell a true story without getting bogged down in the minutiae of legal precedent. Wouldn't you agree? Christian Bale is no stranger to physical extremes, but his transformation for American Hustle pushed his body to a dangerous limit. To fully embody the slouchy, disheveled con man Irving Rosenfeld, Bale packed on 43 pounds. But that was just the beginning. He didn't just act the posture, he lived it. For months, Bale walked around with a deliberately hunched and twisted stance to match the character's defeated energy. The result? He reportedly developed real and lasting spinal issues from keeping his body in such an unnatural position. It wasn't just method acting, it bordered on self-destruction. His dedication paid off on screen, but behind the scenes, the cost was literally bone deep. You'd think an agency like the FBI might appreciate a major Hollywood film shining a light on one of their most successful sting operations, even if it took creative liberties. Think again. The portrayal of FBI agents in American Hustle, particularly Richie Tommaso, Bradley Cooper, as often reckless, overly emotional, driven by ego, and at times downright incompetent, infuriated many within the real bureau. Reports from real FBI agents indicated deep resentment towards the film's depiction of their colleagues. Scenes showing agents drinking heavily on duty, losing control, or acting impulsively were seen as a direct affront, a slap in the face to the professionalism and dedication of the actual agents who meticulously planned and executed ABSCAM. It seems Hollywood's version of law enforcement didn't sit well with the real deal. Who's right here? Artistic license or factual accuracy? Can you imagine American Hustle without Jennifer Lawrence's electrifying, unpredictable performance as Rosalind Rosenfeld? It's almost impossible, given how much she brought to the role. Yet this iconic casting almost didn't happen. Lawrence herself was initially hesitant, feeling she was too young, only 22 at the time, to convincingly play Christian Bale's wife and a character with such a complex, mature emotional landscape. It took the personal charm and persuasive power of director David O. Russell, who had previously directed her in Silver Linings Playbook, to convince her to take the plunge. He reportedly campaigned hard for her, seeing something unique she could bring to the part. Thank goodness he succeeded, because Rosalyn's science oven monologue alone is worth the price of admission. It makes you think how many other amazing performances we almost missed out on because an actor had doubts. A movie causing international friction? Believe it or not, American Hustle sparked actual diplomatic protests from certain Arab organizations. The reason? The character of the fake Sheikh Abdullah, an undercover FBI operative posing as a wealthy Middle Eastern businessman seeking investment. While the character was fictionalized and intended to be part of the sting, some groups felt his portrayal perpetuated negative stereotypes or was culturally insensitive. These protests highlighted the delicate balance between creative storytelling and global perceptions. It's a stark reminder that even fictional characters can have very real-world consequences and stir up significant controversy. Who would have thought a movie about 1970s con artists could cause international diplomatic headaches? The on-screen tension and raw emotion weren't always just acting. There were significant scandals and alleged conflicts behind the scenes. Reports from multiple sources, including interviews with cast members, hinted at a tense working environment, particularly concerning director David O. Russell's methods. There were claims, notably from Amy Adams, who played Sidney Prosser, that Russell would sometimes engage in shouting matches with Jennifer Lawrence on set, specifically before certain emotionally charged scenes. Adams described these incidents as upsetting and said she often felt caught in the middle. Russell, for his part, has been known for his intense, unconventional directing style, sometimes arguing that it helps to achieve the desired emotion from his actors. But it certainly makes you wonder about the emotional toll on the cast, doesn't it? Is creative genius an excuse for a difficult set environment? When Robert De Niro is in your movie, you pay attention. His brief but impactful appearance as Victor Taleggio, a powerful mob boss, almost didn't happen as scripted. De Niro reportedly refused to take on the role until the script was revised to include genuinely accurate Arabic dialects for his dialogue. He wasn't content with the generic, movie-esque Arabic. He demanded authenticity, insisting that if his character was going to speak the language, it needed to be spoken correctly. This level of meticulous detail speaks volumes about De Niro's dedication to his craft and his insistence on verisimilitude, even for a short scene. It's a testament to how seriously true legends approach their work, elevating every moment they're on screen. Ever notice how some of the conversations in American Hustle feel incredibly spontaneous, overlapping, and intensely real? That's because a significant portion of the film's dialogue, particularly in the more intimate and emotionally charged scenes, was partially improvised.
Do you love me?
Director David O. Russell
God, I love
famously encourages his actors to explore and experiment, allowing for moments of unscripted brilliance. This improvisational approach explains the raw, unpredictable nature of many exchanges and the seamless, often explosive, emotional
forget
shifts
that, okay?
between characters. It allowed the actors to truly inhabit their roles and react organically, giving the film an almost documentary-like feel in its interpersonal dynamics. It's a risky strategy, but in this case, it certainly paid off, creating some truly unforgettable moments.